Bobby Jamison, aged 44, his wife Sherilyn, aged 40, and their 6-year-old daughter Madison loaded their pickup truck on October 8, 2009. This would be the last time the Jamison family would be seen alive, as their bodies were discovered 4 years later in November 2013, with the cause of death ruled as inconclusive. The Jamisons lived in the small town of Eufaula, Oklahoma, but had desires of moving into a storage shed they owned in an area called Red Oak in the San Boys mountain range. They were looking into buying a 40-acre plot of land at the location and met with an associate of the landowner. Afterwards, they did some walking and driving in the area and then vanished, leaving their vehicle locked in the middle of a dirt track. Initially, family and friends weren't concerned about the absence of the Jamisons. Bobby and Sherilyn were known to fall off the radar, and Madison had already been removed from school. On October 17, 2009, the Jamisons' abandoned truck was discovered. The police assumed it had been stolen, but further investigations led them to believe something far more sinister had taken place. They found both Bobby and Sherilyn's cell phones, wallets, $32,000 in cash, as well as Maisie, the family dog that was malnourished and clinging to life. The large sum of cash was odd, as both Jamisons were on disability benefit at the time. 400 volunteers assisted in a large search of the area, which included ATVs, horses and cadaver dogs, but it was unsuccessful, and the Jamison family remained missing. A car accident in 2003 involving Bobby left him with chronic back pain, whilst his wife had bipolar disorder, making her experience severe depression. The marriage was said to be in a bad state, and police later discovered an 11-page letter written by Sherilyn directed to her husband, listing all the things she hated about him, such as he didn't care about their daughter, he was a loner, and that she wanted a divorce. It was also reported that Sherilyn's .22 caliber pistol was also missing. The Jamisons had also spoken to a pastor about their belief that their home was haunted, and that an exorcism may be needed. At one time, Bobby even asked the pastor where he could purchase special bullets to shoot a handful of spirits he claimed were living on the roof of the family's home. He had also brought a satanic Bible to assist with the removal of the entities. In July of 2009, Sherilyn's ex-husband gained custody of their son, and months later Sherilyn was hospitalized following a failed suicide attempt. During the custody hearing, the 12-year-old boy said he would prefer to live with his father, and when asked about his mother, he claimed that she seemed very depressed and often acted strangely. On November 16, 2013, just 2.7 miles from where the truck was located, deer hunters discovered the skeletal remains of 2 adults and 1 child in a very remote area. The bodies were badly decomposed. It took 8 months to confirm they were the remains of Bobby, Sherilyn, and Madison Jamison. Unfortunately, due to the state of the bodies, it was deemed impossible to determine a cause of death. After leaving the police force, Sheriff Israel Beauchamp stated, "Normally, you can go through an investigation and one by one start to eliminate certain scenarios. We haven't been able to do that in this case. With this family, anything seems possible." There's no shortage of theories in the Jamison family deaths. Some believe it was a murder-suicide, or all 3 died as a result of hypothermia, while others have suggested it may have been occult or witchcraft related, or the Jamisons are involved in dealing drugs, but until now, the deaths of Bobby, Sherilyn, and Madison Jamison remain unexplained.